Hello, readers. Well, today is launch day for Pulse, book number 7 in the Medical Kidnap Files series. In this gripping young adult medical mystery and adventure, Joseph Demain finds himself caught in a web of uncertainty and danger. Joseph Demain battles against dismissive doctors while hiding the truth amid family chaos after his parents' divorce. When Child Services intervenes, Joseph is ripped from everything he knows and loves and finds himself trapped in a psychiatric facility unless he agrees to cooperate. With nowhere else to turn, he calls on an old friend for help in uncovering the truth about his health and reuniting him with his family. Can Renata and Gabriel help Joseph before it's too late? This captivating young adult suspense novel weaves together mystery, friendship, and courage in a fast-paced adventure that will leave you breathless, because it isn't all in his head, it's in his heart. Uncover the truth behind Joseph's mysterious medical condition in this heart-pounding young adult medical thriller. Get your copy today. Kim says, a heartbreaking story. P.D. Workman has penned another incredibly intense and absolutely heartbreaking story about a teen caught up in the very system developed to protect children from those who would do them harm. John C. says, one of P.D. Workman's great strengths is her ability to create believable, likable, and often unusual characters. You feel you really get to know the protagonists in her novels. Rosemary says, this is P.D. Workman's 7th medical kidnap novel, an unusual topic to be sure, but a riveting one that will keep your attention on the storyline from page 1. To find out the shocking truth, get your hands on Pulse today. Jackie says, absolutely gripping story that will keep you reading. Joseph's life is in danger. If he doesn't cooperate, a psychiatric hospital is where he's going. Can his old friends help him before it's too late? Won't disappoint. I'm going to do a reading from chapter 1 of my new release, which is Pulse, book number 7 in the Medical Kidnap series. Of course, this can be read as a standalone mystery adventure or together with the rest of the series. Joseph's phone alarm went off, jolting him rudely out of sleep, as it did every morning, but this wasn't just any morning. He sat bolt upright, feeling for his phone, trying to shut off the klaxon, his heart beating rapidly in his chest. Not just rapidly. He wasn't sure what the word was for the racing train engine in his chest. He couldn't even discern each individual beat. It was going so fast that he thought he was going to have a heart attack. After finally putting his hands on his phone, blindly jabbing at the screen and pushing the volume buttons, he finally got it silenced. He took deep gulps of air, trying to get the oxygen that his racing heart was demanding, knowing that if he waited for a minute or two, his heart rate would return to normal, and he could relax and start his day as usual. Well, not as usual, because there'd be no lying around lazily in bed today. With his startled awakening and near heart attack, there was no way he'd be drowsy enough to curl up and go back to sleep, and he couldn't even think about the 5 or 6 follow-up alarms going off. Normally, it took a few times before he was awake enough or worried enough about being late for school or practice that he finally hauled his butt out of bed to get showered and dressed, and maybe eat something before racing out the door. His heart kept pounding at its racing, frenetic pace, even as he squinted at his phone screen and thumbed through a few messages he'd received during the night, thinking that if he just proceeded with his usual activities and distracted his brain, his heart would slow down again and he would be fine. It kept beating uncomfortably fast, giving him a dull ache in his chest that was probably just from holding his muscles so tense. Joseph took another deep breath and let it out slowly. He plugged in his phone so that it would charge while he was in the shower and shuffled to the bathroom to take care of business. Are you up? Myra Demain called from the kitchen. Since there was no one else in the house, it wasn't like she didn't know who was wandering around. Yeah, Mom, Joseph growled, irritated at having to speak first thing in the morning. He didn't like the way she talked to him as soon as she heard him up, quickly going from asking him how his sleep was to peppering him with other questions about his plans for the day. He needed space and quiet when he woke up, time to get his brain functioning without having to speak or compose questions. And this morning, even more so, trying to calm his heart down and go about his routine, pretending everything was normal. He stepped into the bathroom and shut the door very firmly to signal that he didn't want to be disturbed. He was in the bathroom, a private space, which should be protected by a cone of silence. He caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror, skin pale and clammy, and attempted to smooth down the blonde hair sticking up all over his head without success. He could hear Myra walking down the hall from the kitchen. "How did you sleep?" she shouted through the door. Joseph growled, not answering. "Did you have a good sleep?" Myra persisted. "Can't talk right now," Joseph told her. "Leave me alone." "Are you okay? You sound funny." "Mom!" Joseph complained, drawing the word out into 2 syllables in protest. Myra sighed loudly at his refusal to hold an early morning conversation through the bathroom door. "Fine, come and talk to me when you're out." Joseph grunted at her. He sat on the toilet for a while, both too tired to move and rooted to the spot by the pain in his chest and the insistent racing of his heart. But it gradually slowed down, returning to his cardio target zone and finally to a more normal resting rate. Joseph thought it might be a little fast, but at least nothing like it had been. He continued to take deep breaths, trying to calm his body and convince his brain that there was nothing to panic about. Eventually, he shed the shorts and muscle shirt he wore for bed and climbed into the shower. If you need to catch up on the rest of the series, you can grab Maito, the first book in the series, for either 99 cents in most of the retail ebook stores or for free in my online e-store at shop.pdworkman.com. You can also get a bundle of the last 3 books, number 4, 5, and 6. That's Toxo, Pain, and Fail. If you have started on the series but haven't caught up to this release. Or you can get books 1 through 6 in one bundle. That is currently on sale in my e-store with a limited time offer. So check that out if you need to read the rest of the books in the series. You can read Pulse as a standalone. You'll be able to follow it and understand what's going on, but you might enjoy it more if you read the rest of the series as well. Don't miss this gripping tale filled with twists that keep you guessing until the end. Pulse is perfect for fans of suspenseful stories featuring diverse characters who dare to challenge an unjust system.